Okay, so we're in the lobby. What I like to do, I walk around with my trash cart and all of my cleaning supplies on it. And I will go from area to area, desk, and wipe everything down and empty the trash all at one time. Okay, so we're gonna use a yellow rag for wiping down desks, dusting, and touch points. I'm gonna spray my disinfectant on my rag over the trash can. Wipe down the decks. Just keep going. We're going to wipe these down, the drawers. Looking for fingerprints, usually get fingerprints in here, and of course they touch the handles. As I'm wiping down, I will grab the trash under the desk and dump it and put it back. So as we're going around wiping down the desks and the top of the chairs, I pull them out. That way when you come through back with your vacuum, you can vacuum those and put your chairs back neatly. You can either put them back straight like this, or sometimes people like them catty cornered. Either way, as long as they look neat when they come in the next day. That way they know that you have been there, everything's straightened up. So we're gonna wipe down the chairs. Always want to check these bottom rails and stuff. Dust builds up on them. I use the wood spray. Gives it a good polish. Gets them slick. So most of the time, if this is kept up, you can come through with a feather duster and just dust these off. But once in a while, we have to put some wood spray on them, keep them slick so that that dust just rolls right off there. Okay. This is a check writing station. We're going to disinfect that. I always pick stuff up and move it, make sure there's no dust underneath it. If I see pens, I will wipe them off. I'm going to spray my rag over the trash can again. Every time I'm going to wipe the tops of these. These get dusty really quick, and bank tellers, the first thing they're going to notice is the tops of these because they're eye level. You can see the dust immediately. We're also going to wipe these every night. The counters, we are wiping off any germs with COVID, and then we're also getting off fingerprints because any banks, if they're robbed, they're wanting all those fingerprints from old fingerprints wiped off. So they have fresh fingerprints to go off of. And protect the wood, because if we're wiping with disinfectant, that varnish is going to be getting stripped off. We need to be putting polish on at least once a week to keep that from happening. Okay, so the front area is extremely important. It's the first thing the customer sees and touches. So we're going to make sure that we are disinfecting, wiping down the doors that people touch, checking for fingerprints, handprints on the glass. We always want to make sure these ledges get wiped off. They can be feather dusted or use the wand duster. But once a week, I say do your highs, your lows, once a week. The carpets have to be vacuumed every night. So I always do these doors at night, going outside, depends on the neighborhood. If it's dangerous, I tell my cleaners don't go outside the door and do the outside of the doors. If it's pretty safe neighborhood, then that's fine. So, always check for fingerprints. Okay, so I like to work in a circle. I just start in one area, Already wiped this up. Walk my way through, wipe this down. Check cabinets, high touch areas. Down here we want to check for dust on the ledges. If this is kept up, feather dusting will probably get that real good, but we definitely disinfect the touch. I'm going to spray my rag over the trash can again. We're going to gently wipe off the keyboards. They're hard to clean, so we're just kind of getting some stuff on there to disinfect it. Pick them up, wipe under them. I always do the tops of the monitors and back behind if you can. Some are harder to get to than others. We do not do the fronts of the monitors. We don't want to be scratching them or messing them up. And I always do my mouse's high touch point area. Let's wipe that off good. Okay. Cabinet tops, especially if they have picture frames on them, feather dusting is good. You can lift them up if there's too much to lift up. You can try and work around them. I always pull my dust out. I don't go like this. That just spreads dust everywhere. So we're pulling dust out so it falls on the floor and we vacuum it up. This will keep your dust from building up. I like to wipe down the insides of these grooves. They get dusty. And this is a high touch point area too. These don't have to be done every time you clean, but if you see handprints on them or you see the dust building up, they definitely need to be checked. Okay, so I like to work in a circle. I just start in one area. Already wiped this up. Walk my way through, wipe this down. Check cabinets, high touch areas. Down here we want to check for dust on the ledges. If this is kept up, feather dusting will probably get that real good, but we definitely disinfect the touch areas. Work my way around the room. And I'll just work in a circle. I'll stay in one consistent area. I'll work all the way around, wiping all this stuff down. We don't touch the vaults. The vaults have alarms on them, so they will, if we mess with them too much, it will trigger an alarm. We're going to go this way. And I will just work my way around. Go from teller place to teller place. Emptying trash as I go, wiping everything down. And then back around. Then I'll do down this side. You can down. Wiping off any touch point areas. Pulling things out. Making sure there's no dust behind there. So I work my way around the room that way. Coming back, working my way out. Coming back through here. So we've already done this side of this room. I work my way down, coming back up. Wiping down, getting trash as I go. Disinfecting anything that, especially high touch areas, and getting behind things occasionally. We don't have to pull stuff out every time, but we do not want to see dust building up behind stuff. So we've already done this side of the room. We came in this way on that side of the room, worked our way back out, working our way down. Always wipe off phones. I like to pick them up, wipe them off, gently wipe off buttons, things that get touched. I wipe it down, and I try to straighten up as I go.